Line graphs are great for many types of data, especially data about how things change over time. The Yellowstone data table we saw previously also had data showing how the average high and low temperatures change throughout a typical year. Here's a line graph of just the high temperature data. If we compare it to the bar graph we made for the precipitation data, you'll notice that the bar graph only had horizontal interval lines for tracking values on the vertical axis, while the line graph also has vertical interval lines for tracking values on the horizontal axis. These two sets of lines form a grid that makes it easier to locate individual data points on the graph. For instance, notice that for the month of June, there's a dot exactly at the intersection of the vertical line for June and the horizontal line for 70 degrees. That matches perfectly with the data in the table, which shows an average temperature of 70 degrees in June. And if you count them all, you'll see that there's 12 dots total, one for each value in that row of the data table. After all these dots were plotted on the graph, they were connected with line segments between each adjacent pair. Why was this done? To help us identify any trends in the data. A trend is simply a pattern in the data, like increasing, decreasing, or staying basically the same. Identifying these sorts of trends in data can be helpful in a couple different ways. First, trends can help you understand data on a higher or more general level. For example, the trend in this Yellowstone data is that the temperature increases from January to July and then decreases from August to December. And second, trends can sometimes help you make predictions about what might happen in the future. For example, if you have a line graph showing how the population of a bison herd was changing over time, it might help you predict how many bison you'd expect to see the next year.